Well, I went live a few seconds early. See if anybody joins me on the stream today. Still hadn't clicked over on my TV, so I don't know what's going on. We'll find out here in a second together. Uh, Bad time to do lives right in the middle of the day when folks are working, but I don't want to step on anybody's toes when they're, doing their live streams and have them scheduled. So, looks like the commercials are going, which are annoying on the live stream. Hey, Shelly. Let's see if I can type on the laptop any better today. Looks like you're the first one here, Shelly. Appreciate it. Shelly, you type as well as I do. I'm not throwing stones, but I can't type either. But we know what you mean. How are you, lady? I was getting ready to ask you the same question, Shelly. If I can figure out how to send you the link and invite you, you'll have to text me your email address. Okay, sounds like I'm going out. So let me mute my TV. I'm paranoid. I always double check it. So far, Shelly, I believe you're the only one in here, but that's okay. Like I say, it's it's a weird time to do a live. So you're having a good week. I am supposed to close on the house. The last I've heard on the 16th, which is right in the middle of where I have to take a whole lot of vacation to have any days off. So I probably won't move till. No, cool, Shelly. I didn't do anything this week exercise wise except Monday. But I probably won't move the big stuff till around the 1st of October. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to pay somebody $500 to move that yard barn I had as a chicken coop over there, or just build one from scratch. So I'm probably leaning toward moving it. I'll have to call that guy again and get a quote about how much he would move it. When I was getting a house up in Big Stone, he had quoted me $500, and this is a little shorter. Hey, Coffee First Then Speak. I was just thinking about you last night on Vision Preparedness live stream. I hadn't seen you in a while. Shoot. I hate typing on a laptop. That's why I've got my phone here. Shoot. Hey, Annie B. Nice to see you. I can't type on the phone either, which is why I don't do a whole lot of typing when I'm in a live stream. JD Preppanery. Hey, big. How's it going, buddy? Good to see everybody here. Let me highlight everybody's name. We had Winter, Coffee First Then Speak, who is the coolest name on YouTube. Annie B, nice to see you. And my old pal JD. So it's good to see y'all in here. I really don't have an agenda today. Imagine that. So I'm just going to, sort of like I make all my videos, just whatever's on the top of my head. I can't say I blame you there. I quit it for a while too. And there are a lot of awesome people in the prepping community. I was asking last live stream, I hadn't seen Rudy from Alaska Prepper. And I know John at Prepper Nation is having some health issues, and I think Rudy has too. So I hope they get back on there because I miss them. And I don't watch. Hey, Dog Walker, nice to see you. Is anything y'all want to talk about? I made a video yesterday about the who's going to be my senator, unfortunately, if I move here in a couple of weeks. Tim Kaine said that it's very troubling that people believe that their rights come from God, that they don't come from God, they come from the government and laws. So that really just rubbed me the wrong way. He said people that believe that their rights are endowed from their creator, that's the way they do things in Iran. So evidently he's not read the Declaration of Independence or much of the Constitution. I don't know what NG on cities is. The National Guard in cities? Hey, Shenanigans, nice to see you. I think if they're there just to back up the police force so that they're free to do what they need to do more, then that's fine. It's sort of, they're not really there, I don't think, to arrest people. But if you see a guy standing on a street corner with an M4 rifle, you're probably not going to act foolish. And I think it's just a deterrent for crime in these major cities. And if that's the case, then I'm all for it. And putting the feds there, ATF, which I'm not a fan of, but the FBI or the U.S. Marshal Service, and have them patrolling, then as long as it's not taken away from something they need to be doing, like terrorist threats and things like that, then I don't have a problem with it. If I lived in a city, a big city, I would be ecstatic if they sent in the feds to help for a while to get this under control. But hey, KP Heathen, nice to see you. I'm highlighting everybody's name that comes in. I may try to do one next Thursday because I have to sit up late, and I can do it pretty much anytime I want to next Thursday. But I'll probably do one like 9 or 10 o'clock after I think Vision gets done, and I don't know if anybody else that really does one around 9 o'clock. A co-war prepper does sometimes, and I'm not going to do it step on his toes. Winter, we can set it up for next Thursday if you want to. If I can figure out how. Like I say, I didn't do live streams for a long time. I don't even know how to make moderators anymore. Not that I need one. I think there's 14 people in here, and one of them's me, so I can type. So, Winter, just get a hold of me this coming week or this weekend, and we'll try to set something up. Maybe you can help me to figure out how to do it. YouTube it. Hey, that's an idea. Surely I can figure it out on there. I might reach out to Vision and see how he does his, or Hudson Valley. They're pretty tech savvy. Mary, it's about time you got in here. Good to see you, lady. And I appreciate I've got a good core group of people that, support my channel and watch my videos, and I appreciate every one of you. I know I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I like to get on here and vent, and it helps me to relieve my anxiety and stress to get on here and talk about stuff that's eating at my craw. So is there anything y'all want to talk about? I thought about talking about what is your nightmare thing that you're prepping for? Everybody wants to say nuclear war. Where I'm located, near Oak Ridge, Nuclear Fuel Services, BAE, which is a big defense contractor, all real close to me. Nuclear war, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it, because I'd say I'd be poof. High water, that's a good one. The one that scares me to death is an EMP, a grid down, or just a Carrington event. Knocking the power grid out for a couple of years or longer. I try to mitigate that as much as I can. I have a couple of solar generators. If I get the house up in where I'm looking at up in Virginia, eventually I would like to get it completely off grid and do solar. So high water on the coast, Annie, that would worry me too. And there's been a lot of flooding around here lately. Of course, we had the flooding about an hour from me from Hurricane Helene last year, especially that part of upper East Tennessee and over in western North Carolina. There's been a lot of flash floods here this year. even in my town, not where I'm at in this town, but that's always a concern. But EMP grid down situation just scares the bejesus out of me. You know the study where they said if we ever lost our power grid, what would kill most people would be a lack of fresh water. And they said that the estimate was that 90% of Americans would be dead within a year. Most of it would be from waterborne diseases. That's a very good deal. Where did you get that at, Shenanigans? I've had one for a couple of years. I bought it off Wellbots, and then I saw one on preppingdeals.net, and they had it for, I forget what I paid for it. But I'm gonna put this website up here. I check it about every day. Some days they have really good. I cannot type. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna try to do it on here. But I check this every day. A lot of times it's just nonsense what they have. But every now and then you find some really good stuff. Did that go through? Yeah, there it is. So I check it quite a bit. Every now and then they even have ammo on there for sale. So, but a grid down situation would not be pleasant to go through. I have enough solar to where I think I could run a refrigerator and my freezer. No stove, can run a heat pump or anything like that. So it wouldn't be a pleasant scenario to go through, but I have backup systems for other stuff to cook with and to lighting. I have a lot of candles, have flashlights, headlamps, tons of batteries. I get my rechargeable batteries out about every 6 months and make sure they're charged. I have some solar lights, like the little lights you put in your lawn, that I can run out and charge those up and use those as kind of a dim light. I don't have any oil lamps because I just don't. Listen. Dang, you did get a steal. So if you look around, you can get a solar generator. Yes, it would be very dangerous because the devil does love the dark. That's another thing. If the grid down, there would be gangs, marauders, just all kinds of people looking to do all kinds of wicked stuff. Hi, Holly. Good to see you. Hope your husband's doing okay. But other things to prepare for, even just like natural disasters, like you get a bad winter storm or severe thunderstorms come through and knock your power out for a while. So, and where I know where Winter Homestead lives, wildfires are definitely a concern. So, I don't know how a person would prep for a wildfire except to hopefully, if you had your own water source, maybe you'll be able to fight it a little while. That's good, Holly. I'm glad to hear that. I've been praying for it and you. And another unseen part of prepping, I think, and I'm not a preacher and I'm not going to start preaching, but is spiritual preparedness. No matter what goes on in the world, if you're prepared in your heart, then you know who wins in the end. And Tim Kaine can say whatever he wants to. My rights are granted or endowed from my Creator. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and right to defend myself. So we also saw Tim Vance, or not Tim Vance, good Lord, I used to work with Tim Vance years ago, Tim Walls, Tampon Tim, who was saying when things happened in Australia and England and places like that, they went around and got everybody's gun. pretty much. And that's what we should do here. Just take everybody's gun. Just gun confiscations. So I don't think that's going to fly here in this country. And I hope they never are foolish enough to try it, because that's going to lead to a lot of bloodshed, in my opinion. But they would love to confiscate every gun in the United States of America. That's why they had in England a comedy writer was arrested for 3 tweets speaking out against transgender ideology, because they don't have a Second Amendment, which means they don't have freedom of speech, which means that they can do anything they want to you. Hey, Little Lone Prepper, nice to see you. I saw you in Visions live stream last night. I think, yeah, it was Visions. So, what else was I going to talk about? I would talk about Rosie, but she's over there snoring, as usual. Yeah, if you don't care, thanks, JD. Hit the like button. I don't know if it does any good for a channel as small as mine, but I appreciate it. What else? Oh, and another thing in England, where they have the migrant gangs going around and doing bad things to women, especially the little 14-year-old girl that pulled out a knife and a hatchet to defend her little 12-year-old sister, and they arrested the little girl. That's absolutely pathetic. And I think England, Germany, and France are about to explode, and Ireland and other countries over there, maybe even Sweden, because they are sick to death of their own citizens being put last on the totem pole. They're being overrun, they're being invaded, and I think the people over there have finally had enough, and I think it's going to explode. It's going to take one event. Their own little kid's going to get hurt, killed, or raped, and the whole country's going to go up. And I don't know if this is their plan, if this is what they want, but it's going to happen. All right, does anybody else want to talk about anything? And me being an introvert, you can ask the people I work with. I can go 12-hour shift, and I'm happy not to say a word to anybody. So that's why my live streams are so short, because I run out of stuff to say. As Forrest Gump would say, I'm not a smart man. Well, I ain't stupid, but let's see what else we could talk about. Like I say, if you came into the chat late, I'm supposed to be closing on the new house on the 16th. If there's no hiccups with the VA, the VA is kind of hard to deal with. Everything they're very particular. So everything that needs fixed has to be by a licensed contractor. Even I've got to replace the front deck on it, I reckon, and I can't do it myself. It has to be by a licensed contractor. Exactly, Little Lone Prepper. I'm all for people coming to America to have a better life, but there's ways to get here, work visas and stuff like that. And when your visa's up, go back home. If you're here illegally, you're here illegally. Yes, Winter, I have to pay for all that stuff. It's got 6 windows that have the windows cracked, and I have to have a licensed contractor to replace those. Can't do it myself. So not only do I have to pay the closing cost on it, but I have to pay somebody to do it. My sister, who is my real estate agent, has somebody lined up just waiting on the word what all has to be done. Have to pay for the appraisal. Have to pay for a structural engineer to come out there and look at it. So, and it's an older mobile home. I'm going to have to do some work inside of it. It's livable, but I think it was late 80s when it was put in, and it has carpet in the bathrooms. So I'm going to do that, slap some paint in it, and then move in. I think it's Coffee First. So far, this one's going a little better. And the land is a lot nicer. I've got about an acre of land and all of it usable, except for where the septic tank is. I can't, you don't really want to put a garden right there, but I can have a nice garden area. It's got some mature apple trees on it, 2 or 3. I'm going to have a chicken coop, and Rosie will have a little better area to run in. Maybe she won't be so fat. I should do that. Thanks, Shenanigans. That's a good idea. Try for a military discount. And I really don't, I've never really used the military because I served, but I was a weekend warrior. And I joined while I was going to college. And the main reason I joined was I just joined to have a little, what do you say, back in the day, beer drinking money while I was going to school. And joined and then got shipped to Desert Storm. But I really don't feel as good using military discounts as people that were active duty. Hi, Vase Place. Nice to see you. So maybe I should start using it a little more than I do. Actually, when I tried to do the VA loan, it's the only time I've ever used anything to do with the military. I was like to say, I just served a weekend a month and 2 weeks out of the summer. Except for the summer, they sent us to Egypt for summer camp, and it was 3 weeks. So, yeah, it's got some really nice land, Holly. And I'll take some outside. I can actually get outdoors and make a video again. That'd be nice instead of me just sitting on my couch and running my mouth sitting next to Rosie while she gives me a side-eye glare like she does. So, let's see. Anything y'all want to talk about that's on your mind today? What are you all prepping for? What's your biggest reason you started prepping? Mine was my kids, I guess. I got to worrying about, everybody saw what happened in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina when it took them a week to get water to the people there in the Superdome. And then all the abominations that happened to people while they were in the Superdome. So I never wanted to be in that situation where I needed in an emergency, unless my house burnt down or something, or got flooded out, that I needed to worry about the government to help me do a whole lot of anything. The worst things you can hear is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. That's a good deal. The land is what I'm looking at on this one. There's 3 acres that adjoins it, and eventually I would like to try to buy that. Somebody uses it as a hay cutting field. But Vase Place, I did the fire cider. I saw that in the chat last night on Vision's live stream. I don't know what that is. So you're going to have to enlighten me on that. I have no idea what fire cider is. Is it a drink? Is it something to start a fire with? I meant to look that up last night, and then I got sleepy and went to bed. That's a good point. Me too, Shenanigans. Me too. It's hard enough just making it day to day and week to week in this world. But if you've got the money, got a little extra, it doesn't hurt to have extra stuff on hand. And my goal when I started prepping was to have a year's worth of food for me and my kids. And I think I'm pretty much there now. Okay. You're going to have to email me that, how to make it. And if anybody wants to email me, it's East Tennessee Preparedness, just like it says, and at gmail.com. I hear from people occasionally. And after we get to emailing, we'll exchange phone numbers, and I get texts from people. So I don't mind a text occasionally. ADRVT. Howdy, buddy, or ma'am. I'm not sure. I don't want to misgender anybody. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Firesiders to help you get through the sicky months. Same here, Shelley. They've got their normalcy bias blinders on. Everything's fine. The government's won't do anything to hurt us. I don't know if y'all called any of RFK's testimony before the Senate yesterday, but Pocahontas and Phil the Burn tried to come at RFK, railing against Big Pharma when they take millions from Big Pharma for their campaign re-election fund. Sounds good, shenanigans. Howdy back, Archers. Good to see you. My Tennessee buddy. I'm going to move, hopefully, to Southwest Virginia, but I'm going to leave the name the same because my address, I've still got a house over here in my name, even if I do move. So, don't tell anybody, but that's kind of cheating. That way I don't have to pay state income tax. Because RFK definitely held his own. What is it? The chronic sickness in our kids has went up 76% in the last 20, 25 years. So that's why he's cleaning the house at the CDC. Vay, do you have a channel? Because if you do, I'm going to look you up and subscribe. And Shenanigans, tell Co-War Prepper that I'm going to catch his live streams, but when I work day shifts, he start his at 9 o'clock Eastern. And my old bud is already in the bed at 8:30. So Vay's Place has a channel. So everybody, if you wouldn't mind, go subscribe. I'm going to look it up right now and subscribe. Let's see if I can find it. Because I am technologically deficient. Is it Vay's Place? There, I see it. I just subscribed. So if you would, and if I knew how to drop a link, I sure would do it. If anybody in here can tell me how to make somebody a moderator, I would do that as well, but I'd make everybody in here a moderator. So if I click on it, it's not doing anything. So I don't know how to do it. I used to know how, but I quit doing live streams because I ran out of time. I was working myself to death, working as much overtime as I could, and I just stopped because it kind of stressed me out trying to figure out when I was going to do one. And with working as much overtime as I did and trying to raise my boys, I really didn't have time for it. On the 3 dots next to their name, okay. It says delete comment, put user in timeout, ban user, and delete their comment. So that didn't work. I don't want to do that. Click my icon in the chat. That didn't work. Maybe I can get Winter Homestead on a live stream with me next week and she can figure it out. Oh, I'm in StreamYard. Well, I've got my live stream pulled up on my phone. Let's see if I can do it there. No. Said I have to do it on you. Add as moderator. Hey, did that work? See if you got an M by your name, Vay's Place. See, y'all are teaching me stuff all the time. I'm going to make everybody a moderator if I have time. Holly, you're a moderator. Let's see who else. Coffee for everybody's a moderator. I feel like Mad Chad. Let's see who else I can do. Annie B, you're a moderator. This is fun. Who else is in here? Little Lone Prepper. So, Vay's Place, can you drop your link? Who else is here? AD. This is actually kind of addicted. Hey, Pilgrim, I didn't see you coming in, buddy. I'm sorry about that. I need my technical support here when I do a live stream. Maybe sit here and tell me what I'm missing, because me and technology doesn't get along real good most of the time. That's why at work I work on analyzers out in the chemical plant, and the old stuff I can do just great, but they put this new stuff in and I struggle mightily. All right, everybody, if you would, subscribe to Vay's Place, and I'm going to check out some of your videos this weekend. I can't promise I'll do it today because I got a lot of stuff to get done before the boys get home from school. And then we're going to a ball game tonight, and I'm stopping by. One of my buddies is retired, so I'm going to stop by where they're having his little celebration at and shake his hand. Just email me, Vay's Place, and I need all the help I can get. All right, there's another new subscriber. So, hey, I see a lot of wrenches now. Mary, I got to make you you've been one of the very faithful to the channel. Now I've lost my place. I don't know the difference between standard moderator and managing moderator. So maybe I can figure it out. I really need to study up more on technology. It's kind of embarrassing, to tell you the truth. Hey, dog walker. Rosie is not a walking dog. I cannot take Rosie on a walk because she gets scared and I have to pick her big butt up and take her back home. So now I've got all kinds of moderators. I should be the managing moderator. Okay, managing gives them too much power. So, okay, I'll take your word for it, y'all, because like I say, when it comes to technology, I'm a lost ball in high weeds most of the time. I'm not embarrassed, Holly. I rail against my phone and computers and stuff at work all the time. Just because they can get something newer at work don't mean it's better. And a lot of the old stuff we have works a lot better than this new stuff they're putting in. They put in some new stuff and been in there for a year, and it still don't work right. So newer is not always better. More technology is not always the answer. Okay, thanks, Vay. I won't do that. I think I made everybody standard moderators. So before I get off here, because I have drank 2 pots of coffee today, and I have the bladder the size of a gerbil, and it's getting ready to, my eyeballs are starting to float. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? 40 half pints of pizza sauce last weekend. Well, that's pretty good, JD. I've never tried that. I've basically, what have I canned? Green beans, of course. I've canned sausage and hamburger, and I really need to expand my canning, and hopefully I will next year, and I'll have a nice garden and make garden videos. So that's my goal next year. I don't live in a large city. I think this city has like 55 to 60,000 people, but I hate it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of having a neighbor right in my grill all the time. Everybody said the goal is to have a place where you can use the bathroom off your front porch. Well, I could do that where I'm moving. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and if y'all don't care, say a little prayer that this don't fall apart like the last one did, because I am ready to get out of town. And also for the praying people, and I know most of you are, pray for Holly Ivins' husband. He's going through some medical issues. Holly, I hope you don't mind me saying that, but I believe in prayer. I'd prayed for my boys' salvation for years, and they got saved last year, and they got baptized last Sunday. And that is a load off a parent's minds. It is. I mean, I was on cloud nine. I'm still on cloud nine over it. And I hate to say it, but they convinced me to get a TikTok account. And I watch some of the stuff they repost on TikTok, and it's really good. Well, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. So I'm going to hop off of here and go get me something to eat for lunch and take care of my gerbil bladder. But I hope y'all have a great weekend. And if you're of a mind to, take yourself to church Sunday morning. You'll feel better about the world, because the world's a scary place right now. You don't have to look around, read the news, and see that this world is on fire. But remember who's still in charge. And it ain't Donald Trump, and it ain't Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping. They ain't charging nothing. So just remember that. And I'm going to let it go. Y'all have a great weekend. Have a blessed weekend. Thanks for coming in here. Love y'all. It's like the prepping community is like a little family. I see a bunch of y'all in different live streams, and I enjoy it. I just wish I could type better, and I'd chat more in live streams. And I would type here on my laptop, but my laptop's some of the keys, the buttons don't work. The R don't hardly work. I have to mash the far out of it, and then I hit about 5 R's. So have a great weekend. I'm going to get off here. Love y'all. Mean it. Bye-bye.